Dedications, Introductions, and Preface of Zanoni. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Kirk Ziegler. Zanoni by Edward Bulwer-Lytton. Dedication, Introductions, and Preface. Dedicatory Epistle, first prefixed to the edition of 1845. To John Gibson, R.A., Sculptor. In looking round the wide and luminous circle of our great living Englishmen, to select one whom I might fitly dedicate this work, one who, in his life as in his genius, might illustrate the principle I have sought to convey, elevated by the ideal which he exalts, and serenely dwelling in a glorious existence with images born of his imagination, and looking round for some such man, my thoughts rested upon you. Afar from our turbulent cables, from the ignoble jealousy and the sordid strife which degrade and acerbate the ambition of genius, in your Roman home you have lived amidst all that is loveliest and least perishable in the past, and contributed with the noblest aims, and in the pursuit of purest spirit, to the almighty heirlooms of the future. Your youth has been devoted to toil, that your manhood may be consecrated to fame, a fame unsullied by one desire of gold. You have escaped the two worst perils that beset the artist in our time and land, the debasing tendencies of commerce, and angry rivalries of competition. You have not wrought your marble for the market. You have not been tempted, by the praises which our vicious criticism has showered upon exaggeration and distortion, to lower your taste to the level of the hour. You have lived, and you have laboured, as if you had no rivals but the dead, no purchasers save in judges of what is best. The divine priesthood of the beautiful you have sought only to increase her worshippers and enrich her temples. The pupil of Canova, you have inherited his excellences, while you have shunned his errors. Yours his delicacy, not his affection. Your heart resembles him even more than your genius. You have the same noble enthusiasm for your sublime profession, the same lofty freedom from envy, and the spirit that depreciates, the same generous desire not to war with, but to serve artists in your art, aiding, strengthening, advising, elevating the timidity of inexperience, and the vague aspirations of youth. By the intuition of a kindred mind, you have equalled the learning of Winckelmann, and the plastic poetry of Goethe, and the intimate comprehension of the antique. Each work of yours, rightly studied, is in itself a criticism, illustrating the sublime secrets of the Grecian art, which, without the servility of plagiarism, you have contributed to revive amongst us. In you we behold its three great and long undetected principles: simplicity, calm, and concentration. But your admiration of the Greeks has not led you to the bigotry of the mere antiquarian, nor made you less sensible of the unappreciated excellence of the mighty modern, worthy to be your countryman. Although till his statue is in the streets of our capital, we show ourselves not worthy of the glory he has shed upon our land. You have not suffered even your gratitude to Canova to blind you to the superiority of Flaxman. When we become sensible of our title deeds to renown in that single name, we may look for an English public capable of real patronage to English art, and not till then. I, artist in words, dedicate then to you, artist whose ideas speak in marble, this well-loved work of my mature manhood. I love it not the less because it has been little understood and superficially judged by the common herd. It was not meant for them. I love it not the more because it has found enthusiastic favours amongst the few. My affection for my work is rooted in the solemn and pure delight which it gave me to conceive and to perform. If I had graven it on the rocks of a desert, this apparition of my most innermost mind, in its least clouded moments, would have been to me as dear, and this ought, I believe, to be the sentiment with which he chose art is born of faith in the truth and beauty of the principles he seeks to illustrate, should regard his work. Your serener existence, uniform and holy, my lot denies if my heart covets. But our true nature is in our thoughts, not in our deeds, and therefore, in books which are his thoughts, the author's characters lie bare to the discerning eye. It is not in the life of cities, in the turmoil and the crowd. It is in the still, the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?